for episode 39 of SWA, our post countdown pay-per-view episode. Back to weekly action following our first pay-per-view of the season. We had some great matches on that one, and we'll see some more people that we got to see last week tonight. Also have the Ascent Championship on the line in our main event. Kickoff of our brand new Bragging Rights tournament, which was announced earlier this week as well. We are going to get things going here pretty soon. What's going on in the SWA this week? Last week at Countdown, we saw DDT try to take down the Disciples of Gray. He came up just short, making 2 eliminations in a 1-on-3 handicap match before Captain Tiger Marsh eliminated him with a bit of a torture rack submission. We saw Angel Saban and the Void tie 1-1, fight to a draw in a 6-man Iron Man match after they won their right to be in that match the week before in an insane 8-man rookie elimination, tag elimination. Saban and Void went into that match as teammates to get their way to Countdown and then came out tied for the win, if you will, fighting to a draw with 1 pinfall apiece. We saw Starman take down Chiamaka and Digway last week. Starman was such an impressive win at Countdown, big singles win on a pay-per-view, that he earned himself a title shot for the Ascent Championship, the title that he won originally. He'll get that shot later tonight in our main event. We'll talk a little bit more about Countdown probably later on. But coming up first, we've got tag action. Highlights for adults. First time we've seen them in a bit. Taking on Black Star, who came up short in their tag debut and are looking to get things going in the proper direction. Another veteran of the tag division to face here tonight in highlights for adults. A team that has had a title shot in the past, back when the Quinn brothers were still our tag champions. Came up short in that one, but Lucian Bedeau was the tag chamber winner in season 2. Earned them their right at the tag titles. They were unsuccessful in that attempt. Doe and FTS come to us from highlights for adults 2-5 in tag action. Of course, that one big multi-man win in the tag chamber for Bedeau, in which he last eliminated both members of Unhinged and Deadfire to secure the title opportunity. Tonight, they'll look for their 3rd win against Black Star, hoping to spoil their tag division debut. Bump them to 0-2 to start, and pretty much just keep them out of the tag division entirely. They lost their first match to Mason Jones and Deuce Bennett a few weeks back.
Yeah, you know, something tells me if Black Star, can't come away with a win here, they need to just retire as a tag team, it feels like.
It's certainly early on, but if you can't get through some of these, sort of gatekeepers of the tag division, that it doesn't spell much success in your future here in the SWA tag world, that's for sure. We'll see what Bastion Black and Casey Starr have in store tonight for highlights for adults. The team of Lucian Doe and Glenn Turner Simmons, FTS.
Bastion Black looking quite fired up tonight. You know, mysterious guy who entered competition in a surprising way, kind of out of nowhere. Very interesting person.
Black showing up, but another partner for Casey Starr already in his SWA career. He has struggled a bit to get things going in singles or tag action, having teamed up with the likes of Luke Thompson early in Thompson's career. Now he's turned to Bastion Black, and we'll see if this partnership will be fruitful eventually. But Badeau has started us off, bringing the offense right at Mr. Black here.
He sure has, and like you said, another sort of mystery surprise tag partner for Casey Starr. That seems to be his favorite thing, is to bring in, new blood. Of course, the last partner, though he did not see a lot of tag success, did go on to win the SWA championship for a while. So maybe some interesting things in store here for Bastion Black in the near future.
Yeah, anyone would be pretty excited about an opportunity at the SWA World title, Bastion Black included, as he's going for a little Boston Crab action. Badeau is able to get out of it, though.
Sure enough, Crab walks a little bit, kind of tweaks that leverage, and able to flip Black over. Makes a tag here.
Catches a punch there from FTS and a neck breaker. Speaking of opportunities at the world title, of course, we saw last week Warren Windham came up short, falling 2 falls to 0 against Painwrecker in his opportunity at the belt. It's FTS wisely countering Starr, trying to go up top a little bit without even laying a hand on his opponent. We also saw last week in our Path to Glory chamber, first time we've ever had that stipulation on a briefcase match, Paragon came away victorious, and you can cash that thing in for a title opportunity. If you're Paragon, do you take a shot at Diego Mercer, or do you go after Painwrecker? And can anybody topple Painwrecker? Looked pretty good in his decimation of Wyndham last week.
Yeah, it was he had a pretty impressive win from an already impressive champion. And I think you're right. I think maybe you take a moment to think about, a tandem backstabber there. Yeah, I think if you're Paragon, you take a moment to kind of consider what are your chances. Do you want to dump the opportunity in the trash, much as Bastion Black dumped Lucien Badeau there?
Badeau, a little nimble there, floats over the top, gets out of that, but then catches a series of strikes from Bastion Black. These two duking it out on the outside here. Of course, no countouts in SWA tag action. They're free to do this battle on the outside. They will have to finish it in the ring, though. Sending Badeau, into the corner of the announce table. That one is not going to feel too good for Lucien Badeau, who's rammed off of the knee of Casey Starr there.
And then also off of the apron as well. But he's back in control here. Nice little neck breaker. Looking to, maybe trade some blows with Bastion Black, although perhaps not a wise choice, as there's a significant size disadvantage here.
Definitely giving up some height and weight to Bastion Black, and this one is Badeau, but he's handling his own so far. And as I mentioned, he's a former tag chamber winner. He's shown the ability to go the distance when he needs to. Can he get things going here and maybe turn this into a win for his team? Bastion Black, a nice clothesline there on the outside, though, and these two seem content to just brawl on the outside.
Maybe looking to throw him off the apron there, but wisely staying out of the way of Casey Starr.
And Starr showing, a fair amount of respect here and taking in this match first row view there, not getting really involved, even though Badeau is battling Black here on their half of the ring, here on the outside, as he's clotheslined off the apron there. And now Bastion Black just trying to throw hands again. Oh, big double axe handle. Sends Badeau down to the mat, and now Black is taking him up. Oh, what a power bomb. Looking for a cover, but of course they're on the outside. Transitions into a Boston Crab. That's going to do some damage to the back, but he's not going to get a submission outside of the ring.
Ooh, and thrown off the edge of that table as well. Looked like maybe he caught his head. You're right. You know, that's a calculated risk, I suppose. Black obviously cannot score a submission outside, as you said, but it's still causing a lot of pain to that lower back. That was a really deep Boston Crab, high angle on the legs, and just repeatedly throwing Badeau off of the apron. And finally, Badeau saves us all from the outside brawl.
Taking this back inside, and a nice DDT on Black there for Badeau, who's repositioning his opponent into his own corner. Nice tactic there to get some space, gets a 2 count. Casey Starr, never a doubt in his mind that Black was going to get out of that one. Oh, Starr gets in a little left hand there to the Badeau in the corner. On an attack from Lucian, again dumping Black on his head. But he's once again countered and taken down. And Bastion Black maybe looking for a break. Badeau dives to the tag. We've got FTS and Starr in now. Changing in the guard here. FTS coming in, seeming to get the early advantage in this exchange, and takes Starr to the outside with a clothesline over the top rope. Oh, and he's going up top.
Oh, no. What's he thinking here?
Black right there. Oh.
Caught the knee on the lower back, I think, on the way down. And
damage done both ways. You can see it there as FTS is slow to get to his feet. High risk.
Indeed, high risk.
Hope that you do more damage than you end up taking there. FTS putting it all on the line. Starr counters out of that. Drives the knee into the chest. Floats over and delivers a DDT to FTS on the outside. Oh. Dumped on the knee. The back of the head making contact with the hard part of the knee there for Casey Starr, who's now got his opponent back inside and is going up to that middle rope. What's he looking for here? Oh.
It's quite painful again with that knee strike. But Flint Turner Simmons not down for the count just yet, thinking of maybe going up top himself.
No, he is certainly climbing up to the top turnbuckle, and Bastion Black sends him off with a left, but Turner's up to his feet.
He's fired up, because your shenanigans will not hold me down. Hook in the leg. Oh, a reversal by Starr.
Another nice counter for Casey Starr.
Beautiful Northern Lights suplex, textbook technique.
Oh, thought we were going to see a submission attempt, something we haven't really seen from Casey Starr, and sure enough, he gets right back into the offense. Here you go. He sends FTS to the outside. He's looking at him from across the corner here. Oh, he's going through. Tornado DDT on FTS. Can Casey Starr capitalize here? He's got to get him back in the ring, though.
Yeah, Badeau has also joined them on the outside, maybe looking to slow this down a bit, give FTS a chance to recover, which it doesn't look like he needs at the moment.
Sending him off of Badeau there on the apron. And
beautiful Olympic slam.
Really focusing on the back of Casey Starr here. And on the outside, there's some thin padding out there, but it's really mostly for aesthetics, not a lot of cushion on the outside of the ring.
And beneath that, it's just concrete too. I mean, it's really a hard fall out there.
Really just attacking, slamming Casey Starr's back into that mat on the outside. Now he's going to take this back in the ring, and maybe he's done enough to put this one away, but Starr dives for the tag.
Smart work by Starr. Immediately knew it was time for a tag. And
Bastion Black throwing his weight around here. Big stomp, but FTS no, he's countered.
No, sir.
Power bomb from Bastion Black.
FTS also seems to be bleeding from one of those strikes delivered by Black, who is absolutely fired up right now, really feeling himself. Going to bring Badeau into the ring too.
Dumps Badeau, bringing him in the hard way, and he's going after both members of HFA here.
Sure is. He is very happy with his performance. Kick to the gut a couple of times there. Flynn Turner Simmons, what's he got in mind here? Right on the head. Bastion Black, and Badeau steps out of the ring. Nice blockbuster from FTS, who seems to be in control yet again. Doing some work on the leg. Casey Starr finally starting to get to his feet, and we got a pin attempt here. One. Oh, he kicks out. Just a one count.
Out of it. And Flynn Turner Simmons, we haven't seen him in a while, but he's looked pretty good here tonight.
Yeah, he really has.
He's in a precarious position here, though. This looks a lot
like
what we saw used on DDT by Captain Tiger Marsh. And for Black, it works all the same. Black Star gets the win via submission.
Hell of a performance from Bastion Black, the new tag partner of Casey Starr, the Japanese wrestling legend who is still looking to make a name in the SWA. He's got a really incredible partner there, it seems like.
Yeah, they dropped their debut match against a tough team, entry-level team here in the SW Tag Division, but a nice win tonight, and maybe that'll get them the momentum they need to start taking over in the Tag Division. A nice victory, submission victory. Bastion Black tapping out Flynn Turner Simmons here tonight in our kickoff match.
Moving to 1-1, being 500 in the tag division is an important place to be. Now they begin their ascent, hopefully.
Always good to get your first win as well. Not great to not get it the first time out, but to get it the second time out, get back to 500 like you said. Get that first win under your belt and get some momentum starting to build in the tag division. Nice win for Black Star here tonight. Next up, we've got our first bragging rights tournament match of the night. We got a couple of them here tonight. Of course, this tournament was announced earlier in the week. It is a knockout only 8-man tournament to see who's the toughest SOB in the SWA. And our first matchup is going to be Tim Bob taking on Onyx Stone. Tim Bob, one of our rookies here in the SWA in Season 3. And Onyx, a veteran, but a veteran of the tag division. We've only seen him in one singles match. He did come away victorious in that match, but not a lot of singles action from Onyx Stone. What can we expect from him, and what do you want to see out of the rookie Tim Bob here to prove that he's atop the tough guys in the SWA?
Tim Bob's been an interesting character to me since we first met him. I don't know what to make of this guy. He's like, the red cap and the sunglasses, it feels like classic Alabama guy. He wears a mesh shirt, He carries around a weird skull necklace that smokes. I don't know what to make of this dude.
He's definitely an interesting character, and you know, we haven't seen him much at all. This will be his first singles match here tonight. We've seen him in some multi-man action. He came up short in the triple threat match, and he and his partner Rock Flag and Eagle in the random pairings in that 8-man rookie tag elimination match came up short as well. We'll see what he's got against Onyx here tonight. A tag team guy looking to make a name for himself here in some singles action in this kind of brawling tournament. He definitely fits the bill. Can he get the win against Tim Bob?
Onyx Stone here, competing on his own. Obviously, the question of the match: how does he do without his tag partner, his brother, who obviously rarely competes without? I think Onyx has got some stuff he wants to show a few doubters, but he's gonna have to go through Tim Bob here as well.
Yeah, he's on the receiving end of a big back body drop there. Onyx is gonna have to win via knockout, much like Tim Bob here. That, of course, is the stipulation on this entire tournament. No pinfall, no submission. You will have to knock your opponent out to get a win in this tournament. Should be an interesting stipulation as we make our way through this. We've only had one sort of knockout-only match in the SWA's history, and it has been a while since we've seen it. Big knee to the head of Tim Bob there. That's going to get you going in the right direction if you're an Onyx Stone fan.
Yeah, I think focusing on the head early is a good way to do it. Body shots will wear down your opponent as the match goes on, but the head will probably end it pretty quickly if you're successful at focusing your offense. I think that's just wise on his part.
Onyx throwing hands in the corner, and now the boot as well. I think we're going to see a lot of striking, a lot of fists being thrown in this tournament for sure. That's the kind of talent that has been assembled for this bragging rights tournament. Nice drop kick from the big guy. It's going to be what an uppercut from Onyx Stone.
Basement uppercut there, really lifting Tim Bob off his feet for a moment. Oh, off the ropes. Strikes to the back of the neck.
I think it's going to be an interesting balance of, offensive capabilities, but also just durability. How many punches can you take and stand in there without being knocked out? That's a different ask than avoiding a pinfall or avoiding a submission. How tough is your chin? Can you hang in there and take a punch?
Yeah, I mean, obviously to be a wrestler at all, you've got to be pretty physically resilient on top of having toughness and tenacity. But you're right, this is sort of a different thing. This, there's an amount of mental awareness that goes into fighting out of pinfalls and submissions, things like that. This one is just about, taking a beating. I mean, I think both of these guys are really going to go at each other, and I think everyone throughout the whole tournament will. So no one's going to come out, without a real fight, and so it's being able to kind of find a way to power through that, find that next gear, and put your opponent on the mat, I think. So it's a unique challenge, but we've got a really incredible set of competitors here. Onyx Stone looking to be in control, at least for a moment, but even as I say that, Tim Bob back on top here.
With 8 competitors too, all it takes is getting on a little bit of a run to make your way through this thing. First round win is, of course, going to be needed to advance. And right now it's relatively evenly matched. I might say that there's been a little bit more offense from Onyx so far, but we've seen some fight out of the Alabama native Tim Bob as well in this one. Onyx rolls to the outside here as Tim Bob pretty proud of himself for causing that, but it's Onyx who's trying to capitalize. Maybe a pretty wise strategy decision there, getting a little bit of a breather before getting back in the ring.
Take a minute to gather his head, gather his thoughts. Going up for a package pile driver.
Dumped him on his head, and the ref has called it. Tim Bob is out, and Onyx Stone gets the win.
I had mentioned it early on in the match, targeting a lot of his offense to the head of Tim Bob. Ultimately pays it off right there with a package pile driver. All that force right on the top of the head. Really made sure that hat was on very tight. And Onyx Stone moves on in the bragging rights tournament.
Dunked him on the neck and does the deed there, putting Tim Bob out and getting our first win in the tournament. And then he'll advance into the second round, which we'll see later on. SWA action, maybe next week. We'll see more bragging rights tournament action later on in the show. But first off, we got a pretty fun triple threat match here tonight featuring the Lion King Nathan Bogard, Flying Brian Strong, and El Puma.
Yeah, these three are in an interesting spot, I think, in the SWA right now. All have had pretty solid, like, sort of recent performances, I think. But if you zoom out a bit further, kind of look at the whole, it's been, middling sounds mean, but I think, they've struggled to really break from the pack in the power rankings and that sort of thing. But they all feel like they're on the way up, and I think this match here, pitting three of them with similar, sorts of trajectories, can really kind of help separate the cream from the crop. I think this is a really exciting matchup for that reason, on top of obviously all the talent we're going to see in the ring.
Certainly, we saw Brian Strong start off season 3 with a lot of momentum before he was finally stopped by Starman, and or rather put down Starman, the former Ascent champion, and Strong was working his way through a lot of the kind of the mid card there and racking up win after win. He earned himself a shot at one of those Path to Glory qualifiers. He was defeated by Yasuke Bozeman, and this will be our first sighting of Brian Strong since then. But he's been trending in the right direction. He lost his last match, but he had picked up a few wins in a row before that. And Strong sits 13th in our power rankings at a 5-3 record with a multi-man win to his name. He'll be looking to pick up a second one here tonight in this triple threat.
And his opponent, first, from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 265 pounds, Nathan.
A Harlem native, Nathan Bogard, the Lion King, comes into this match tonight 5-5, 16th in our power rankings. Also has a multi-man win to his name, and he's looking to get himself above 500. Actually, for the first time in the SWA, he came in with so much fire and momentum and then really sputtered out of the gate. Struggled to put together singles wins despite some good performances. He's finally battled back to draw even and has a chance to pick up a big win here tonight. Maybe help himself out there in the kind of mid-card power rankings of the SWA. It's, like you mentioned, it's kind of where we find all three of these competitors, and could be a good indication of who's going to be on the way up and who's going to be on the way down in this triple threat match.
Yeah, I think this may be a harbinger of what's to come as these three competitors who have had some success recently, like we talked about, look to rise above. Really make themselves stand out.
And last up here tonight, we've got El Puma. He features as the best record, most winning of the trio here tonight, 9-5, He's 10th in the power rankings. Has climbed his way up inside that top 10. Of course, Puma has one multi-man win, and it was a big one. He took home the Royal Rumble back in Season 1 at Right to Fight. Of course, we'll have Right to Fight coming up next on our pay-per-view schedule, and who knows, maybe Puma can become the first two-time Rumble winner if he's a participant this year.
I mean, I'm sure he would love that, that accolade, love the chance to be that first person, but it's a very difficult proposition. To do it once is difficult, to do it twice is near impossible. So, we'll have to see what the cards hold for Puma. He also might love if he could just, earn a shot at the title, by winning regular matches and not have to do some crazy thing like win a Rumble.
Certainly would be the trajectory he's on. He had a pretty good showing in our Golden Trial tournament at the end of Season 2, going 2-1. His only loss to Painwrecker, who not only won the division that Puma was in, but went on to win the Golden Trial tournament and win his title opportunity, and now stands as the SWA World Champion. So 2 wins against the rest of his opposition in that tournament, only lost to the eventual SWA World Champion. That's a pretty good showing, I would have to say, and Puma will be looking to get himself a win here tonight and make a name for him, make his name a little bit more common, perhaps, with a pretty good trio of opposition here. But it's Bogard who's decided to take matters in his own hands both ways, slamming down Brian Strong and then running after Puma, who was there standing and waiting like he didn't hear the bell ring.
Yeah, and even now, Puma's sort of sitting dazed, avoiding the action, whether intentional or not. It might pay off, but he decides to jump in now that he's up and getting a little payback for that, intense clubbing blow he saw at the beginning. Oh, and a full Nelson slam, rather.
Impact
Puma rolls outside.
Of Puma there, yeah, he'll try to recover on the outside as Bogard goes to work on Strong on the inside. This week, popular SWA commenter and podcaster Crazy Ralph mused that perhaps El Puma was a little bit apathetic, maybe a little bit lethargic lately after his Path to Glory showing at Countdown. And, we see already as Puma getting back into it here, but early on in this match, I might agree with that. Now he's going for a pinfall, though, and seems to be maybe keyed in a little bit. Maybe Bogard woke him up here.
Perhaps it's just opportunistic. He's waiting for his spot and not wasting any energy. Beautiful Hurricane Rana there by Puma. And after a hot start for Bogard, things do seem to have kind of evened out a bit more. Strong got a bit of offense in. Puma looking to continue to control things here.
Takes Bogard off of his feet there. Bogard's going to roll to the outside as Brian Strong gets back in on the inside, and Puma seems to have sole focus on the Lion King. Now they both come back inside. Strong tossed away by Bogard, showing the strength. He's definitely got the size advantage in this match as he just launches Brian Strong there. Now he's got to face off with El Puma. That's the trouble with the triple threat as he's rolled up. Puma's got the shoulders down. Bogard in a bad position, kicks out at 2.
Awful close there, I gotta say.
He's got the shoulders down on Puma. Look at this. Gets a 2 count as well. Nice counter into another pinning predicament. Both sides come up empty, but they were close both ways.
Yeah, I was going to say, it really seemed like Puma caught him off guard there, kind of found an opportunity when Strong was down, but Bogard returned the favor so quickly I couldn't even finish the sentence. Really impressive work from both guys. Attentive, surprising, clever, all that kind of stuff.
And you mentioned the word opportunistic. As speaking of which, Brian Strong now going for a roll-up. He gets a 1 count on Bogard. Opportunistic is a trait that the winner of this match is probably going to need to have. Given the triple threat stipulation, you're going to have to sneak a pinfall or submission in without the third member of this match interrupting it. because they're not going to want to let you get away with it.
And Puma, striking a tranquilo pose before he gets dumped on the ropes, and maybe getting a little too cocky, as you mentioned.
Nice counter there, though, as Strong goes for the Hurricane Rana.
Indeed.
But Bogard breaks up the half crab attempt from Puma, and he's going back to work on Puma in the corner now, who counters out.
And Bogard really got a fire inside tonight, I have to say.
Nice Gamangiri in the corner, and El Puma stepping up the offense. He's got an opportunity here with Strong down. 1, 2, and 3. Puma's done it.
Like
just
we were saying,
like that, takes his opportunity and snatches it away in a hurry. It didn't take long either. Strong out of commission. That Gamangiri combination gets the job done. Nice win in this triple threat match from El Puma, and gets the pinfall victory over Nathan Bogard.
Beautiful Gamangiri cartwheel moonsault. Like we were talking about.
Way right into a win here tonight.
Certainly be happy with his performance, Even as we, suspected that maybe he was a little lethargic or otherwise unmotivated, he manages to seize his opportunity, pull out a win, catch his opponents off guard. That's some wily veteran wrestling right there.
An important early season win for Puma here, who came up short in that Pat's Glory Chamber. I really think season 3 is a career-defining moment in time for El Puma, and he gets a big victory here tonight. Could be the first step towards a really important season for El Puma as he looks to work his way up the power rankings and perhaps get another title shot, something he hasn't had since all the way back in season 1. Next up, we'll move into another bragging rights tournament matchup, our second and last of tonight. It's Bulldog Russell Nash taking on Flint Buckshot. Couple of rookies here tonight that we haven't seen much of. They both fell short in their triple threat rookie showcase matches and couldn't get it done in the tag elimination match. This will be the first singles action we've seen from both of these opponents, both Russell Nash and Flint Buckshot.
Yeah, a couple of guys who are on the larger side, at least height-wise. Nash not necessarily built particularly stoutly, but both tall guys, both strikers, obviously sort of brawling types, as is appropriate for this tournament. Interesting pairing. I think we have a lot to see from both of them, as you mentioned. This is another chance, like we were talking about, to stand out from the pack, to earn those titular bragging rights. I think it's big opportunity for both of them.
Yeah, of course, not only is it a chance at their first singles win, which someone will get here tonight, but it's a chance to advance in this tournament. And, single elimination style here, a loss tonight, not only do you lose your singles debut, but you don't have any further shot at securing those bragging rights in this tournament. And what we understand will culminate in a finale at the next pay-per-view. So a big opportunity for a top-end showcase for the two people that advance the furthest in this bragging rights tournament, and for one of either Flint Buckshot or Bulldog Russell Nash, their time in the tournament will end tonight. The other one will get a nice debut singles win and move on. We'll see them in a week or so in round 2 of this tournament. Bell is rung and we're underway. Buckshot taking advantage right from the get-go.
tossing Russell Nash quite a distance for such a large guy. And, picks him up.
It looked like he was going for it again, but a nice little kind of face eye rake from Russell Nash gets himself out of that one.
You know, your face is where your eyes are located.
And Nash. Oh. He was in the
Nice
ropes, it looked like.
Yeah, sort of DDT, but kind of dropping your neck on the ropes instead of dropping you on your head like normal. Very creative offense there from Russell Nash.
And some surprising sort of aerial action from, again, one of the tallest rookies we've got in the class. We got a couple of matchup here against some near 7-footers between Nash and Buckshot, and they're kind of doing a little okey doke, inside outside. Buckshot seems to win that exchange. Again, just throwing Russell Nash.
Can't even be bothered to complete the suplex, just dumping him on the mat.
And just pushing the Bulldog away here. Oh, a little kickstart of his head there. Buckshot trying to control this one, but it's a counter by Russell Nash, and both men are back to their feet now. So, solid reversals early from Buckshot, not letting Nash get much offense in. Doesn't feel like he's done a ton of offense himself, but right now he's playing good defense.
Yeah, that is an important thing. You know, they say defense wins championships, and I'm not entirely sure that applies to wrestling, but I think you make a good point. He is perhaps not getting in a ton of offense, but he's also not getting beat up a ton, which is, like we said earlier, kind of the core idea of this tournament.
Yeah, it is a mix of offense and durability. So far, we're seeing the offense mostly from Flint Buckshot, and the durability will be tested for the Bulldog, Russell Nash. Just stomping there as he walks across his chest. Nash with a nice Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, again, some leaping ability on display. You know, Nash, I think, briefly had a high school basketball career. Perhaps should have pursued that. I've heard it pays pretty well when you're 6'9".
Yeah, I might be looking at a couple of should have been power forwards in this match. Big clothesline from Russell Nash.
Clothesline from Silsby, he calls it. Got him set up for something here, too.
Oh. Slammed down hard with that Blue Thunder Bomb.
And now just lighting into his back.
Wasn't enough to take Buckshot out of this match, but it's definitely going to do some damage to him and work on getting him to that knockout that he needs to get a win here in this one. Is Buckshot again walking over his opponent.
And Buckshot, you know, been pretty slow and methodical, I think, for the time he's been in control, which has been most of this match. Oh, going now for that Iron Claw, the nerve hold. Pinching down on that shoulder, send tingles all the way down your arm. It's really uncomfortable. But, yeah, you know, Buckshot really slow and methodical, not, you know, sort of unleashing a torrent of offense, but just really taking his time. I think making sure his offense is as effective as possible. Attitude adjustment there from Flint Buckshot, who may be speeding things up here a bit, turning up the heat, as it were.
Sure seems like it, back and forth action there. Buckshot's done a lot of damage, you know, to the back. I don't see him really going for the kind of the knockout punch, as it were. More of a knock the wind out of Russell Nash here, but he's going to have to pick up the offense and could be doing it here. He's got a hold of Nash by the back of the neck. Reverse choke slam face first into the mat goes Russell Nash, but he's still hanging in there. Ref letting this one continue.
Yeah, not quite knocked out, although you saw how much he felt that one. He was scared on the way up and quite an impact on the way down. Nash going to really need to turn things around here pretty quick, I think.
Oh,
Nice
DDT.
DDT.
And Buckshot might have been busted open on that one, but again, he's still hanging in there as well. Toughness on display both ways here.
Going to work on the arm now. Slowing things down a bit, but Buckshot fighting right out of it. Big scoop slam.
And a back body drop from Nash. Gets back to his feet.
That lower back again, you know, we've seen both competitors target that a bit. I think maybe an interesting choice strategically. It does make it harder to do a lot of lifting. You have to think about that. A lot of body slams we've seen employed by Flint Buckshot. Maybe Nash targeting the lower back make it harder to lift his opponent and thus eliminating that component of his offense.
And we saw Onyx Stone earlier tonight focus a lot on the head of his opponent. How will this strategy pay off for Nash and Buckshot and their respective strategies, as well as Russell Nash sends Buckshot into the corner.
Oh, going back up to the second rope. Maybe looking for a round two off the ropes there.
Sure enough, some whiplash off the top rope.
Flint Buckshot feeling fired up here after a little falling knee strike, but Nash is having none of it.
I'm not sure that was a wise decision by Buckshot. It gives Nash the chance to rally himself and deliver that clothesline once more.
Again, applying the nerve hold. Not quite enough to take out Russell Nash. Now working the lower body a bit. Interesting.
Yeah, the strategy for really these two, but specifically Buckshot, seems all over the place right now. It's making it hard to predict where this match is going to go.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a bit surprised. It does seem like at least Nash is trying to target the same body parts for the most part. Up again.
Oh, looking for the blue thunder bomb. What a counter, and he's clotheslined to the outside by Flint Buckshot.
Ref does not call the match. It looks like Nash is still moving. Not a knockout yet.
Oh, what a headbutt. Bloodied head and all doesn't seem to bother Flint Buckshot here. And this tournament, you know, is not no DQ. Can get yourself disqualified, but it is. You are allowed to fight on the outside, no count employed here. And Buckshot again looking for that reverse choke slam. He's got it. Face first goes Russell Nash, and he's out. Flint Buckshot gets it done with a reverse choke slam.
And I think the turning point there was that reverse blue thunder bomb. There's the first one we saw executed earlier in the match. But Nash went for a second one. Flint Buckshot got out of it. Dumped Nash to the outside, and from then on it was over, I think. Really, you know, just applied some more offense and called it good with one final choke slam.
That choke slam, pretty devastating. You can see when he hits it, just Nash's head bounce off the canvas. And that second time was too much. The Bulldog knocked out. Flint Buckshot advances here in round one of the Bragging Rights Tournament. He was busted open here tonight, but not beaten. Nice win in his debut for Flint Buckshot. He'll move to 1-0 in singles. As we move into our next match of the night, another rookie showdown here. This one is not part of the Bragging Rights Tournament, but certainly feels like those will be on the line. It's Zane Ryder taking on A-Train Alonzo Howard. These two rookies went through the rookie showcase undefeated, earned themselves a shot in the Path to Glory Elimination Chamber at Countdown. And I gotta say, I think both had pretty disappointing showings based on the hype they came into that match with after nice showcases against their fellow rookies. Looked a bit out of place against some of the veterans of the SWA.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things that you don't learn day one, and you got to be around the block a couple times. And I think that veteran experience kind of showed in the chamber. Now, that's not to denigrate either of these competitors. I think they both have very bright futures ahead of them. But it's just a little bit left to go before they're quite as world-weary and wizened as folks like Paragon, who did come away with the win in that chamber match.
And Paragon looked incredibly dominant in the Path to Glory chamber, securing 4 of the 5 needed eliminations and putting down Yasuke Bozeman in the final 2. Paragon owns that Path to Glory briefcase. Of course, anytime Paragon is featured in a match, that briefcase will be on the line. If he cashes it in, he can actually choose if he wants to cash it in for the Ascent Championship or the World Championship. Excited to see what Paragon's going to do with the briefcase. Of course, last week at Countdown, we had 2 chamber matches. We talked a little bit about Lucian Bedeau winning the tag chamber in Season 2. In Season 3, it was all Triple G. Gracious Garrison Gray dominating the tag chamber and earning himself and his disciples another shot at Dirty Deeds' SWA Tag Team Championship. I gotta say, following the results of our 1-on-3 handicap match, we saw Captain Tiger Marsh eliminate DDT of Dirty Deeds. I think Triple G is going to have a new tag partner for that tag title match.
Coming out now, the only fan of ska remaining in the United States of America, A-Train Alonzo Howard in his paint-covered pants.
And some of the audience dubbing this the Mohawk versus Mohawk match. A couple of rookies, like I said, that went through the rookie showcase undefeated. This is a bit of a de facto rookie showcase finale, as they both earned shots in Path to Glory, but didn't ever have to face off a one-on-one. We saw him mix it up a little bit right before Countdown and in the chamber. But one-on-one, we're going to find out which one comes away with victory here tonight and sort of claims themselves the rookie showcase champion, as it were.
Goes for a quick pin there, Ryder, but no dice.
Doesn't get it done. Howard trying to get things back going in his direction. Focusing a little bit on the left arm of Zayn Ryder. Going into Countdown, Ryder had perhaps the most difficult task, going one-on-one with the Iranian Juggernaut in a devastating match that Howard somehow came away victorious in, but not before Czar did a ton of damage. My understanding is that Howard was working with a bit of an injured back last week in the chamber match, but seems to be healthy and cleared by our medical staff here tonight. Ryder might have been biting the fingers of Howard there. Now slams him down, trying to stay on the offensive. Ryder is climbing to the top, it looks like. And wants Howard on his feet.
Taking his time for some... Oh, and he misses the elbow.
A lot of theatrics for an elbow drop, and especially one that doesn't even connect. Howard, what a transition into a power bomb there. A-Train pushed back into the ropes and into the corner, though. And a swinging neck breaker from Ryder and into a pin attempt here. 1 count. Howard kicks out. Zayn Ryder trying to stay in control of this one.
Oh, and a beautiful slam there as well. Ryder, I think, learning that from close relative Zack Ryder, who is most famous perhaps for the YouTube series Z True Long Island Story.
Counter there from A-Train, gets him back to his feet once more. Can he stay there for longer this time? No. He's back down on the mat. And this time, Ryder is once again going to the top. Can he connect?
Maybe a tip to not take as long, and sure enough, immediately for the splash.
And he's going back for seconds here. Howard's still down in the center of the ring. And
Has hardly
Ryder
moved.
has climbed back to the top.
Taking his time yet again.
Oh. Hits him with the Eclipse. And Howard is down trying to get to his back to his feet. He's hit with the back rake there from Zayn Ryder.
And a beautiful little crossroads there from A-Train, who is looking fired up. Really feeling himself with the splash in the corner.
Ducks underneath. A lot of clotheslines, kips up. Howard with a lot of momentum now. Until he whiffs on that kick, but a nice counter looks like here. Takes
Nice
Ryder back
suplex
down.
as well.
A-Train going off the ropes, rolls to his feet, but he was not anywhere close. Working a
Little misaligned there. Wonder if those glasses are prescription.
Howard showing off a little bit of a social distance match action there, and again rolling through. Howard just showing off some leaping ability.
Yeah, I think he's excited. He just loves being in the ring.
Clothesline by Ryder. Ryder wants to put it away. It's 2 count. A-Train kicks out. And he's going to roll up, use the ropes to pull himself to his feet. And then Ryder's going to use his fist to send him to the outside. Zayn has climbed up to the top. Howard is getting to his feet on the outside. Is Ryder going to go meet him there? Yes, he is. Overshoots it a bit.
Connects with the knee, I think, maybe. Really missed most of that one, but made some kind of contact, brought A-Train to his knees.
The aerial accuracy for both of our opponents here is leaving quite a bit to be desired. Ryder's going to get back in first. Howard is right behind him. And it's A-Train who capitalizes with a DDT. Now going back outside. Can he connect? This is the 3rd time a charm. Looking for the forearm and gets it.
3rd time indeed is the charm for the forearm.
Looking for the cover now. He's got the leg locked. Shoulders down. Here we go. 1, 2, and shoulders up for Zayn Ryder.
Ryder not down yet. Refuses to quit, although he's looking quite tired. Maybe a little dizzy even from watching A-Train do so many barrel rolls.
Throat thrust there from Zayn Ryder. Taking Howard, dumps him over the top to the outside.
My. Ryder with no regard for human life there.
Now wants Howard to get back up. Now he's climbing back up. This didn't work out too well for him last time. And jumps over the top, looking for the elbow drop again. Overshoots his target.
Just too amped in this match. Keeps over jumping. And that's very risky. Not a whole lot of extra room out there. with which to miss your jumps.
Sent on a bit of a jog here. Howard chasing him down now. We're up to a 4 count on the outside. These two trading some chops as we get to 6. Sent off the apron is Ryder. We're going to get back inside of the 7 count. Not going to end in a count out yet. Ryder has him up. Little spinning power bomb. Howard kicks out at 2. Howard on the receiving end of another slam here. He's staggering back to his feet. And Ryder takes him up. And again, another power bomb. Has he done enough this time to put him away? 1, 2, and 3. Yes, he has. Zane Ryder gets the win. A series of power bombs there on A-Train. Alonzo Howard gets the win for Ryder.
Yeah, and after a really hard-fought battle, I think something that both competitors can be proud of, Zane Ryder comes away with a win, and indeed, show of sportsmanship, mutual respect for a couple of guys who really emerged at the top of the pack of new rookies.
Yeah, and a pretty solid match between the two of them as well. Like you said, showing a little sportsmanship there at the end of the match, and Zane Ryder gets it done, gets the win in that one. Howard gets his first loss in singles action. As we move into our next match, it's a tag team affair between the Barefoot Buddies and the Bobby Doubles. Son Grace and Vortex taking on Bobby Plaster and Bobby Plaster. Now, of course, we know at this point that they are, in fact, stunt doubles, body doubles, whatever you want to call them, for SWA's Bobby Plaster. Showed up after his involvement with a movie this offseason. We don't know their real names. We don't know. Obviously, they can't all be Bobby Plaster, but that's who they represented in the movie, and that's what we will know them as for now, at least, until we can get some more information, perhaps, on the two of them. The Barefoot Buddies come to us tonight at 3-3 in the tag division. Songgrace was a little bit short, coming up second place in our tag chamber at Countdown, not able to contend with Triple G. Tonight he's got his buddy Eddie Vortex at his side for this tag match. And they are hyped up for this match here tonight. Songgrace, a former world champion. Eddie Vortex, a former Olympian. These two are ready to go.
Like Gable Steveson?
Yeah, I suppose so. A little more focus, I think, on the gymnastics side of things, though, for Vortex. Less in the realm of amateur wrestling, but he's a professional wrestler now, so he's made it into the big leagues. They're excited about their matchup here with the Bobby Doubles, a team that, while pretty limited in the SWA, has already kicked it off with a 2-0 record. Both wins coming against Deadfire, including a trios table elimination match at Countdown, in which these two, the Bobby Doubles, were joined by actual Bobby Plaster in a match that they won against Deadfire. Of course, Bobby Plaster was eliminated pretty early in that match, and these two went the distance, neither one being eliminated. They last eliminated Diego Mercer to get the win. And my understanding is they feel pretty impressed with themselves. They've kind of called out actual Bobby Plaster is being a little bit of a plug, a little bit of a dead weight here. And these two think that they've got what it takes to make it stick here in the SWA.
Yeah, the Bobby doubles, very cocky Hollywood types, as you might imagine. But they still can't hold a candle to Bobby Single, the original Bobby, who is the cockiest of them all. But that doesn't mean that they won't try, and we see with their attitude here tonight, they are really proud of the work they've done in the SWA.
And one of them here locking up with Eddie Vortex, who has started this match for the Barefoot Buddies. Of course, we'll have a hard time keeping track of who's the active man for the Bobby doubles in this one. We're going to go into the corner. Ref's already separated him once here against the ropes. He's going to get in and separate him in the corner and reset us here. We're still looking for someone to take advantage early on. It might be Vortex here. Nice DDT. Sending Bobby into the corner. Oh. And Vortex looked like he wasn't done, but a nice counter from Plaster gets himself out of it.
Yeah, nice Northern Lights suplex there, and then a roll through. Thought he was going to go for a second suplex, which is quite an ambitious choice.
Early in this match, Eddie Vortex bringing a lot of energy, but Plaster dives and makes a tag. Plaster's now the active man.
Plaster really needed to get out there and get his partner Plaster in. I mean, he was looking out on his feet. Eddie Vortex continuing to lay in some creative offense, but now that Plaster's in the ring, there's new life to the team. He's well rested and has already taken it to Eddie, of course, missing on the signature clothesline in the corner offense there.
One of the best representations of Bobby Plaster that the Bobby doubles have pulled off. They continue missing that move in the corner.
It really is a hallmark of any Bobby Plaster
Vortex
impersonation.
What a Hurricane Rana into a power bomb from the former world champion, but misses a little spear in the corner there.
Little spear indeed. Sangres, of course, pretty small guy. Incredible work to catch someone actually taller than himself into that power bomb.
And celebrating perhaps a bit too early as Sangres sent into the corner by Plaster, who's going to make the tag and bring in Plaster here. And one of them holds him open, the other one punches him right in the gut. Looking for a power bomb, maybe.
Whoa, rolls through.
Sangres over. Ref stunned by that one. It's a 1 count.
Ref just too busy admiring the quality wrestling. Forgets his place for a moment and doesn't count the pin on time.
Buster there from Sangres, working on the neck of Bobby Plaster here, repositioning his opponent as he goes out to the apron here. Bobby Plaster is a hell of a long way across the ring. And Sangres is just going to hop back inside wisely, giving up on what he thought he was going to be able to pull off there. But a counter from Sangres as Plaster looked like he had taken control. Connects with the spear this time, rolls over, and hits another one.
Yeah, 2 spears with a back handspring in the middle and then a high leap for that kick to the gut.
Dragging
real high-octane offense.
Into the chest of Plaster, and now Sangres lining up for it again. You see Bobby Plaster wisely crawling away, putting more distance there. The other one tries to get in the way, and Sangres takes offense to that, sends him to the outside. Sangres might be in a bad position out here. It's 2 Plasters to 1 Sangres. And Bobby throwing hands now, having the favor return a little bit. And he rolls him over, crimson knee, and it's crimson indeed, blood flying out of the forehead of Bobby Plaster. as Songgrace goes for the pin. 1-2 and kicked out at the last moment.
Bobby Plaster, I think, actually missing the opportunity there to break up the pin, whiffing on that strike. But Bobby Plaster kicking out anyway.
Oh,
Songgrace goes for a kick there. I do believe he missed. And an Olympic slam from Bobby Plaster.
as you noticed, I'm unsure why, but these teams have elected to implement a countout in this match as Bloody Plaster tags in Bobby Plaster and double back body drop on Songgrace. Good thing about Songgrace opening him up with that crimson knee is it makes it easier to tell them apart here. Oh, and a shining wizard in the back of the head of Songgrace, who's quickly back to his feet anyway.
Whiffs on that spear yet again. Bobby going over the top for the guillotine leg drop. Down on the back of the head there.
Connects in the corner this time, sending Songgrace, who's crawling, wants a tag, dives and gets it.
Here comes Eddie Vortex. Like a house of fire, standing moonsault, or shooting star press, excuse me. Bobby Plaster down on the outside, but Bobby Plaster reverses inside the ring. That may have been a chance there for Eddie, but did not capitalize.
Plaster showing off the core strength there. And the side headlock. Brings Vortex up to his feet. And looking for some sheer drop action.
Lining up another offensive maneuver.
Oh, and hits him clean with the Plaster Blaster. Vortex is down. Songgrace not up on the apron. Have the Bobby Doubles done it here? Looking for the pin on Vortex. 1-2 and kicked out. Eddie
Songgrace
Vortex
just now
survives.
Songgrace just now back up on the apron, not in time to save his partner, but he kicks out anyway. Eddie Vortex showing real heart.
And Vortex sends Bobby into the corner and then just shooting lasers through him as he stares him down there in the corner. Really setting him up perhaps, but it's Bobby who's quick to the draw and trying to take advantage here. Bringing Vortex over to his own corner. Trying to cut the ring in half. Tags in the bloody Bobby Plaster here. Vortex dives, avoids the kick, and ends Songgrace. Oh, what a kick from Songgrace, but Plaster gets to his feet immediately. Thought that was going to be far more effective than it was, but Plaster hits Songgrace with a sheer drop, and he's now up on the top turnbuckle. Daring the former world champ to get to his feet. Hurricane Rana from the top rope.
A little extra momentum coming from that high angle down onto the shoulders. Drops him extra hard on his head. Got him lined
Rolls
up.
Him
Oh,
over.
what's
Bobby
this?
Plaster hits him with the crimson knee. Hitting Songgrace with the crimson knee, and Songgrace is out of it. Kicked
The insult.
out, and not going to be happy about that one at all.
Yeah, adding insult to injury there. Songgrace immediately back to his feet with a head scissors takedown. He is looking pissed. I mean, I say that. I can't see his face. He's acting pissed.
And I can't say that I blame him here. Bobby Plaster trying to use the crimson knee to put him away. We saw Paragon a while back pull a similar maneuver to Eddie Vortex, and Songgrace was so pissed about it, he demanded a match with Paragon and hit him with Paragon's own pop-up powerbomb to get the win. Sangre is not going to take too kindly to that. Tag made. Vortex is back in. They're going to work together, tie him up in knots in a little high-low action. Takes Bobby down. Vortex with a pin cover. 1, 2, and kicked out. Oh, and a cutter from Vortex as Plaster gets to his feet. Stands him right up. Plaster floats over the top. Hurricane Rana from Vortex.
Low kick and a super kick to follow it up. Here the bare foot slapping on the face of Bobby Plaster. Now looking for maybe a submission. Tweaking that arm some more. Brings it all the way around. That can't feel good.
Eddie Vortex repositioning a little bit and showing off his Olympic endurance. Just
sort of running in place there. Little treadmill action, stretching out now.
Wore himself out a little bit, though. But he's going back for more. He's showing it off. The stamina of Eddie Vortex on full display here. Again, taking a moment to catch his breath, and Bobby Plaster is trying to capitalize here. Nice takedown.
Plaster drags him all the way to the Plaster corner.
And the other Plaster gets out of the way. I don't know if Bobby was looking for a tag there, but Bobby not going to give him one. One count. Vortex is out of that in a hurry.
Decides instead to go for a dirty pin after he already stole Sangres' signature move, but doesn't look like the injustices will stop there as Plaster continues this match after Vortex kicked out.
Sending Vortex over the top to the apron. Eddie fights his way back in. Gets that Northern Lights suplex again, and this time able to transition into a slam. Wasn't quite finished, and a cutter from Eddie Vortex. Vortex with a ton of momentum right now. Takes up Bobby Plaster, but a nice counter from Plaster. Drops over the top, tries to throw in a dance move, and Vortex may be able to capitalize. Bobby Plaster not taking advantage of that reversal right away. Plaster taking Vortex outside, dumps him face first off the apron, and slams him into it one more time, the hardest part of the ring.
And a reminder, for some odd reason, the teams here have agreed to add a countout stipulation, so they do have to be mindful that the referees count, which is not usually the case here in SWA tag wrestling.
Vortex slamming the head of Plaster off the empty announce table there. Oh, sends him off the steel steps and then ducks back inside.
Interesting move there from Eddie Vortex.
At an 8 count, is Vortex content with a count-out victory here? 9. Plaster went off the steel steps. He's trying to get to his feet, and they're counted out. The Buddies take the win on the count-out.
A really interesting development here. We'll have to hear more behind the scenes about who came up with this count-out stipulation. I was thinking maybe it was a way for the Bobby's Plaster to escape with a cheap victory here, try to not really have to wrestle. And somehow it backfires on them, and indeed, Barefoot Buddies come away with a victory after Bobby Plaster ate a face full of stairs.
And Eddie Vortex, really capitalizing on this unique situation here to get the Barefoot Buddies a win. They move to 4-3 and hand the Bobby Devils their first tag team loss. Nice win for Eddie and Songgrace, though it came in unique circumstances.
That's just situational awareness, being tuned in. We talked about when Eddie Vortex first started here in the SWA, he was very green, not really a lot of wrestling experience. We see here he's aware of the rules of the match, what's different, what's unique. I think that's that veteran experience starting to show itself out.
And gets a nice win there for the Buddies. And takes us now to our main event of the night, a title match. SWA Ascent Championship is on the line here tonight. Starman taking on Diego Mercer, the Phoenix, looking for another title defense, and tonight he's going to have to do it against the guy that won the Ascent title originally, and the guy that Diego Mercer took that championship from when he became the Ascent champion back at Two Night Stand. These are your only two SWA Ascent champions that the SWA has had thus far. Starman had the one title win, one title defense. Mercer has had two defenses so far, looking for his third, while Starman looking to capitalize here and become the first ever two-time champion in the SWA. He could become a two-time Ascent champion with a win tonight. Starman, of course, I mentioned earlier, got a big win against Chiamaka and Digway at Countdown. A solid singles victory, pushed himself up to 5 wins. He's 5-3 in singles action, has a multi-man win. Of course, that multi-man win was a big one. It was the Ascent title match, 6-way ladder match that Starman won to become the first ever SWA Ascent champion. Diego Mercer comes in at 9-3 as the defending champion. Mercer and his team, Deadfire, came up short against the Bobby Devils and Bobby Plaster at Countdown in a trios tag match. The first time we've seen all three members of Deadfire in tag action, and they were not able to get it done. Tonight, it's just one-on-one. Mercer and Starman, and Diego Mercer in those instances has been really good. As I mentioned, 9-3, hasn't lost in a singles match since he became the Ascent champion, and is looking for his third title defense here tonight. We've seen Mercer don some unique attire for some big matches lately. Not doing so tonight. Unsure if that's a choice or a reflection on how he feels about his opposition, perhaps. But we know Mercer's going to come ready to defend that belt. And Starman would love to become the first ever two-time Ascent champion and get that thing back here tonight.
Yeah, you have to think Mercer won't underestimate someone like Starman, who was indeed the first Ascent champion. Maybe Diego Mercer just wanted to sort of go back to basics for this match. Who knows? Perhaps that other look was only for special occasions, and this is just another day to defend the title.
We're ready to get this one underway. One fall match here for the Ascent title. Ref showing it to the challenger. That's what it's all about here tonight. Starman familiar with that thing. And the ref
Flash to the hard cam.
perfectly getting that thing aligned in the center there. One of the things they train hard for. Critical skill for a referee. And another critical skill is signaling for the bell. And he does so. We're underway.
Immediate body slam from Starman, but Mercer back, in the offensive control quickly here. Trading a couple of blows early. Both these guys, high-flying types. They like to do a lot of crazy leaps. Starman famously taking a lot of risks and falling short quite often. Seems to have improved his luck of late, but, that kind of became his calling card. Mercer, a bit smaller, though. The champ here with a size disadvantage. How do you think that helps him or hurts him in this match?
I think it'll be important to see which version of Starman we see. At Countdown, we saw a different Starman that really kind of stayed grounded, didn't go to the air that much. And if that's the kind of offense we're going to see from Starman, his size advantage, I think favors him on the mat here. The Phoenix, I think, is going to have to go to that high-flying aerial style to get a distinct style advantage here, given the height and weight advantage for Starman.
I think that's an interesting point. Even though he likes the high flying, he is equipped, Starman, to run a more grounded and pound style. He's just bigger and stronger. But Mercer, pretty quick, unrelenting pace. We see him break that missile drop kick out of nowhere. The Phoenix splash on occasion. He really can kind of turn up the heat, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that's what he's going to have to do here tonight to hang on to that title belt and secure his third title defense.
And for Mercer, it could be his 10th individual victory here in the SWA as he is on the receiving end of a devastating boot from Starman there. He would join some pretty elite company, but right now he's in a bad position. Starman sending himself flying right into a cover. Do we have a new champion here? He's got the leg hook. 2 count. Mercer's out. Mercer survives there as Starman takes the high risk and connects. Where will Mercer go to make sure he defends the belt here tonight? Nice takedown from Starman.
Floating all around for that head scissors. Mercer having to use the ropes to stand back up. Corner to corner here.
Sending him into the ref. Taking down our referee here and continuing to stay on the offensive.
Props to the ref, getting up pretty quick. Not a lot of time for any extrajudicial offense there. Standing moonsault. Beautiful tuck at the top by Starman.
He's looking for 3, gets 2. Starman with a lot of momentum right now. He's had 2 near falls on the champ and looking to stay at that pace. It seems to be favoring him so far.
Again to the corner.
And taking Mercer, slamming him into the corner post, shoulder first. But it's a missile drop kick, like you said, out of nowhere from Diego Mercer.
You got to be prepared for it at all times. He will catch you off guard with that move. Starman not letting it control him, though. Not letting it keep him down for very long. Reasserts himself. Going up to the second rope for a tornado DDT.
Tornado DDT that might have busted Mercer open there on that one, but that might have fired the Phoenix up. He kicks out, and now we're trading reversals here, back and forth before being slammed down. Starman, though, is going back up to the high rent district. And once Mercer on his feet, Oh,
there it is. The Dragon Rana got the pin.
cover,
1,
2. Mercer gets out.
Maybe going up again here. That's a lot of distance to cover. He's going to no look it. Whiffs on the corkscrew senton.
Covered the distance, but nobody was home, and Mercer is now perched on the top rope. Himself misses the drop kick. Starman had the range there, but just Mercer getting out of the way, and then Starman getting out of the way of Mercer. A little back and forth action.
Slips underneath and a beautiful Hurricane Rana. Starman really excited here. Fired up. Unloading the offense. Goes for a pin again.
Following the blockbuster, it's another 2 count. Nobody home on the drop kick. Mercer
Nobody in the
gets out of
neighborhood.
way and takes him down. Catches the kick, though, does Starman. Runs off the ropes and drop kicks the ref.
Shouldn't that be a DQ?
I would think the ref saw it coming, but this match continues on. The second time that Starman has disabled the ref in this one. And Mercer off the ropes, handspring cutter.
Again, catching him off guard.
And
But there's no one to
Mercer,
count the pin.
Oh, goes for the cover. Nobody there. Ref is still down, now getting to his feet. And Mercer misses a big opportunity on that one. But now he's climbed up to the top and hits it.
Starman who? Diego Mercer reclaiming that rope and another missile drop kick. Starman really seems to be reeling here. Gets in a dragon screw leg takedown.
Doing some damage to the left leg of Mercer. Maybe trying to eliminate some of that aerial ability. But Mercer's quickly back to his feet and gets a nice arm drag takedown as Starman pulls himself into the corner.
And he does a weird flippy kip up thing. Oh my.
Dumped on his
Drop.
face and Starman bleeds.
A drop toe hold busts open the man from out of this world. Who again slides underneath and executes that Hurricane Rana. Starman also looking fired up here. Back again to that leg offense.
Focusing on the left leg, trying to negate the leaping ability of Diego Mercer, but Starman is up to the top rope. And again, he wants Mercer to his feet here. Can he connect once more? Looking for the elbow drop. Can't get it done. But he does hit a drop kick. Quickly getting back to his feet after that miss. Oh no, Starman up to the top. Mercer is on the outside. He gets the elbow drop that time. Great distance. Going from the top all the way to the outside of the ring.
There's a Starman waiting in the sky indeed. Except this time he's coming down with the point of his elbow. Slams Diego Mercer onto the apron as well. And then throws him into the ring. A drop kick to follow it up. Is he going to go for a pin here? It doesn't look like it.
So far not, and a counter by Mercer. And the Phoenix Spanish fly. Now he's going to the top rope here. Starman's way away. Phoenix splash, but the knees were up. Starman got the knees up. Oh, and Mercer with a drop kick on the crane. Was Starman faking a beautiful counter, and then he doesn't capitalize.
Got too excited, perhaps. Got too fired up. Mercer going, of course, for that red arrow and doesn't quite land it. Blockbuster now. But Starman again, maybe going back up to the high rent district. This match has become a series of trading aerial maneuvers.
Oh,
A 450 splash right onto Diego Mercer.
connects.
1, 2, kicks
shoulders
out.
up. Mercer fights on the champ, refusing to get rid of the belt yet, but Starman is going back up.
He's not done yet.
Again connects. Chest first this time, trying to get Mercer to his feet, but a jawbreaker from Mercer and a missile drop kick from the Phoenix.
Pulls him to the middle of the ring.
Rolls him over as he wasted too much time. 1, 2, and no. Oh, Starman's out. I thought it was done.
I did too.
Ref had to stop that one at the last split second. That one looked like it was over.
And a little sunset flip powerbomb action. Mercer again going up top. These two continuing to trade
Oh, and a
high
kip
risk
up from
offense.
Starman. Oh, but he still connects.
He still gets him with his feet on that flipping senton. Shout out to Becky Lynch. And back up top yet again for the Red Arrow.
Connects, and still your Ascent champion, the Phoenix, gets it done.
Diego Mercer with an incredibly resilient performance there, on top of, everything else he's dealt with, in these recent weeks. This tag match he was in at Countdown, showing he is still the man, the Ascent champion. It's his third defense. What's this?
Mercer is going back at Starman for more. He's already busted open. No. Into the steel steps. What an end to our match. Diego Mercer defends the Ascent Championship and then attacks Starman post-match. The champ not at all impressed with Starman and shows it to him after the match, capping off our night as your still reigning Ascent champion. What a wild ending to our episode 39 here. Mercer defends against Starman. The Barefoot Buddies take a count-out victory in tag action. Zane Ryder goes over A-Train Howard. Buckshot and Stone advance in the bragging rights tournament. El Puma gets a nice win in a triple threat match. And Black Star gets their first tag win against Highlights for Adults. We'll see you next week. We've got more bragging rights tournament action coming your way, as well as some other fun matches in store. We will see you next week.